Welcome back, everyone, and I do mean everyone. It's Forgotten Circus. So apparently, I guess I'm not talking about. I'm not done talking about the acolyte. More content's coming out. The acolyte. It's one of those. It's another gift that keeps on giving. It's just, you know, keeps bearing fruits. So it's not really about the show. We all know the show. I was a little hard on the show at times, and little, I thought I was fair. But Amanda Listenberg, just hush. Just let it fade away. It's that hubris, that self-absorbed culture of some of these Hollywood actors and actresses. Like they can't accept failure. They can't just be quiet and go away. And what's her name? Amanda Listenberg. I don't even know who you are besides this. Amanda. However you say your name, Amanda. So apparently the Star Wars fans are toxic. Well, let me give you a little history lesson, honey boo boo. Okay. Let me tell you that, and it's no like disrespect or anything. I'm pretty sure you're an amazing singer, actress, or whatever you do. Starting to learn a little bit more about you because I knew nothing about you, just like you know nothing about me. But it's that brat mentality. Like, I don't understand why you would say to the fans of Star Wars, with all this chaos and all this turmoil, and you can't use your brain. You literally sit there and say that the Star Wars the reason why the show failed is because the Star Wars fans are so toxic. You made a hip hop video dissing the fans. Do you think that the Star Wars fan? You may not know. See, this is when people just don't know what they just can't address the elephant in the room. They just don't understand the concept that this product is bigger than you. This is the last time you will probably ever be in a Star Wars project. If they revamp it, please, if they resurrect Star Wars, you will be nothing but dust in the wind, tears in the rain. All right? You'll just be one of those characters that eventually be like, eventually people will be like, well, it's not canon. Yeah. We're toxic, but you make a diss video about us. We're not toxic about you. Well, now since you're being toxic, you're going to get toxic. That's what you wanted. That's what you should have been like Manny and the other people. They were like, oh yeah, I really haven't seen Lee Jong Jae say much. And he's a smart man because he got Squid Game coming up. So you couldn't realize that even though the show was bad, you still showed some acting chops that people are probably looking at you for other projects. But they don't want somebody that is going to be sitting there running their mouth about nonsense, because it's going to happen on every project you go on. Sometimes you just got to take it with a grain of salt. Hey, I was there. I tried my best. That's all you had to say. Like, I'm sorry that the fans weren't as excited. We wanted to bring something to the screen, something a little bit different, reimagined. It didn't work. And I want you to know that I did my all. That's the stuff that you need to say. Not, oh, Star Wars fans are toxic. It's like that. You sound like a little whiny brat that couldn't get her candy. Let me tell you why people didn't like the Acolyte. Let's just go over some things. Now I'm going to do a pitch meeting to you and see if you want to be in this movie. Obviously, you already did it. But let's start from all the chaos that's happened. All right, so you got twins that are twins but aren't twins. They're twins, but they're not identical twins. And then when the twins get older, all of a sudden they're identical. Okay? You have a Jedi Master that's completely broken, totally all over the place, even though the performance was amazing by Lee Jong Jae, and Lee Jong Jae about to get tons of roles because he knows English now. It's going to be awesome. See how his career is going to progress because he's zip. That's what he's doing. He's like, well, I got Squid Game. It's cool. Thanks for the paycheck, and thank you for the tutors, because I'm pretty sure they paid for the tutors and stuff. So, hey, he got free English lessons. He got something out of it. You're the only one that's sitting there. Look at Manny, what is Manny Jacinto, Smilo Ren. I think he was one of the brighter parts in it, to be honest with you. I think he made me want to join the Sith. So, yeah. So, let's go over some other things. geared this whole thing around this Keanu Reeves, this Matrix style stuff that we've already seen before and tried to incorporate into Star Wars. Sometimes it worked, most of the times it didn't, you know. But you gotta realize, Amandla, that a lot of these Star Wars fans were watching Star Wars before you were born. So the new innovation, it takes a lot. You got to walk them into it. I mean, apparently they did it with Rogue One. That was a new imagining. And it worked. So you can't say that we're toxic. Because you could ask 90% of Star Wars fans, what's one of your favorite besides the trilogy? Besides the trilogy, and this is over like all the products, the TV shows and everything. Besides the original trilogy and like the prequels, what is your favorite? And people will always say, usually Rogue One. And that was after the merger. You did come out with some good product. So, and then you get a person that really bald green Gamora, she cannot act. And it was one of those, they shoot her in because she is with Leslie Headland, whatever her name is. Well, she's fired now. See all this stuff that's happening? Yeah. You had her in there, and she was terrible. Lore breaking, wasting of characters like Plagueis. You always wonder about Plagueis when Palpatine had told, have you ever heard about the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise? You know? And then we got this cookie cut. It was like it was a split. You know what is messed it up? I didn't even see it the first time. I had done a video, and then I looked at another person I subscribed to video, and he's like, yeah, did you see Plagueis? I was like, what? And I went back, and I was like, oh my gosh, no, they didn't do. Oh my God. No, they didn't do that. Just the writing was terrible. None of it made sense. I mean, even the guy Yord, the most outspoken one, he being awfully quiet right now because people think about, we're just going to let this one sweep this under the rug, and we're going to use some of this as samples for. See, I can act, but the writing was terrible, so I was acting with like the writing they gave me, and I still did good, right? And people might be like, yeah, we got better writers, so it's cool. We just need you. But this whole thing is you're a whiny little brat. We're toxic. You know what? Toxic people are the ones that call people toxic, like from the rip. We weren't toxic against you at all. We were just disappointed in the show that was overhyped, not really well put together. Writing's room was all over the place, kind of rushed, kind of was in a time that you shouldn't bring this type of thing out when you're struggling with Star Wars. Try and go back to the main lore and see if you can fix it. That's what we had a problem with, and they couldn't do it. And now you're just running out the mouth for no reason. Should have never done a diss video. See, the things that you make early in your career, you're going to be one of those actresses later on. They finally start getting roles, and then you're going to do the big apology and be like, I want to apologize to all the fans. And, I was trying to find whatever you're going to do. Even if you do get any more roles, I'm pretty sure you're going to be successful somewhere else, but not ever in this type of product. You're doing it to yourself. When you always just got to say something instead of just saying nothing. You just have to say something. This whole thing has kind of gone away. It was boiling down. Everybody's like, all right, we went through bashing the Acolyte. We did the Acolyte. All right, it didn't work. All right, let's move on and see what the next product is. Hopefully it's better. But no. You want to resurrect this product. You single-handedly want to say that everybody's against me. You're not even talking about Star Wars. You can totally tell. You don't even care about Star Wars. You don't. Because you should have sent an apology to the fans. That diss video, you could have said, I was in my feelings and I understand. I went back and watched some of the prequels. Have you watched any of it? Do you know any of the lore? Because I know some little kids right now that could probably spin circles around you on the lore just from watching like Bad Batch Clone Wars and stuff like that. So you're the one that is making this hard for it to go away. It's you. It's a you problem. But anyway, that's all I got. I just had to talk about that. Amanda. Whatever. I just think you're being awfully rude. And you're one of those that you lose the game and you're like, I'm taking my ball back. One of those type of kids. Yeah. Well, you're about to get an awakening because I'm pretty sure I ain't going to say, but it may be happening. That old X button may be happening on your career for a little bit. But anyway, tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I want everyone to subscribe. And I do mean everyone.